as well as you can. The tougher news is that love is hard to pin down. There's no blueprint for the complexity of intimate human connection. But as I've talked about love and relationships with hundreds of people over the years, 7 core themes have emerged, which are central to all relationships. I call them the 7 pillars of love: trust, communication, conflict skills, intimacy, load sharing, play, kindness. These pillars don't stand in isolation. There's a significant overlap between them, but together they form the foundation of a healthy, loving relationship and offer guidance as to being a good partner within one. These pillars are underpinned by the therapeutic models I use in my work. All therapists have their favourite models or methods of working, but we're united in saying that whatever we use should work in our clients' best interests. My approach is fluid. I like to draw threads from all sorts of places to match the needs and personalities of my clients. Having said that, I'd like to acknowledge 4 key influences in my work and this book. 1. Cognitive Behavioural Therapy, CBT. This helps you to identify, challenge, and change unhelpful thoughts, beliefs, behaviours, and situations. It's a brief, action-oriented, problem-solving model which can be used broadly as well as for diagnosed mental health issues. 2. Acceptance and Commitment Therapy, ACT. A values-based therapy that combines self-acceptance with mindfulness skills. ACT is about being present with life's challenges and difficult feelings and moving towards behaviour that aligns with your values. 3. Positive Psychology. This branch of psychology is concerned with happiness and well-being. It's not about positivity at the expense of processing honest feelings. Instead, it encourages reflection on the factors that most contribute to a well-lived and fulfilling life. 4. Meaning Therapy. The roots of this therapy are in psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor Viktor Frankl's logotherapy. It focuses on finding meaning in life, the human capacity to make life worth living, in spite of challenges, suffering, and limitations. This book is a do-it-yourself guide for anyone who wants to do better in love, in the relationships you're already in or those you aspire to have. It's not about bringing out the toolkit and trying to fix yourself, nor is it about pointing the finger at your partner. This book is about figuring out who you are, or become, in relationships, understanding your vulnerabilities, triggers, reactions, and behaviours. It's about equipping yourself with tools to help you cope with challenges and iron out your difficulties as you work towards being content and at ease in your relationships, your own unique version of a good partner. I've drawn heavily on my work with people of all ages and relationship stages when researching this book. While theory and research must underpin therapeutic work, we can learn so much from the experiences of others, from their stories, through looking at the world through their lens. I've done some of my best learning from the couch because people are endlessly surprising. Just when you think you've heard it all, you'll hear a story that sends you skidding back into the rookie zone and hot dialing a supervisor or colleague for help. The examples I've used are true, but in the interests of ethics and confidentiality, I've taken care to omit and/or disguise all identifying details. This means some of the people who appear in this book are a compilation of traits. So if you think you recognise yourself, or anyone you know, please dismiss it as a remarkable coincidence. Finally, relationship advice is traditionally focused on exclusive partnerships between 2 people. While this is what you'll find in my examples, it's important to note that modern relationships are diverse. They require an approach that is inclusive and accepting of people's differing values, cultures, orientations, needs, beliefs, and desires. In other words, there are no fixed rules, as long as it's legal and consensual every time. The good partner is built on the premise that the better you understand yourself, the better you'll relate to another person. It requires some soul-searching and some honest self-diagnosis. So if you're in a relationship, don't let your partner overhear you listening to this book. Your flaws are your business. There's no need to rush to share them. On that note, let's begin with a test to gauge your status as a partner.